This is owned by the state of New Jersey, which means that it's...
Which is private property.
You're saying that the state...
Sure, I'm Officer Maloney. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for my safety?
Your tens and tens of followers.
My tens and tens of followers.
Go and get her information. If they
I know
see
that
they don't want you on the property any longer, or you're causing a disturbance to the business and what they're doing, you're going to have to go.
I'm not scared like you, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
they automatically...
On YouTube, I guess?
It can go wherever.
Yeah, no. That's what I figure you do.
It goes
you
wherever.
One of those guys.
Alien View Audits. In this video, we'll help expose these clowns for their unprofessional performance. Grab your popcorn. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share the video.
Rahway Police. Hi, good morning. This is the Rahway Motor Vehicle Office. We have a gentleman that is videotaping, recording our road test course. I've already spoken to him. I said, you know, there's signs posted you can't record. He's not listening. He's being belligerent. The security guard went to go talk to him. He's not listening to her. We don't even know why he's even here.
How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Hey, how are you? Good. Good.
What's happening?
Nothing. Just taking some pictures and video, and Officer Gonzalez and some other people seem to not like that a lot. So...
Now tell them it's against the policy of the motor vehicle.
Well, this is private property, sir.
This is not private property.
This is private property.
This is not private property.
Yes, it is private property.
It's not private property.
It is private.
I looked up the surveys before I came here, and this is not private property. No, the state. This is owned by the state of New Jersey, which means that it's...
Which is private property.
You're saying that the state...
Motor vehicle is part of this private property.
No, it's owned by the state, which means that it's public property, sir. I think that's ridiculous that you would say that this is private property when it's owned by the...
private property.
It's who's it owned by? The
It's owned by the state, yes.
Okay.
But
So
so you saying any place in the state you could go there?
yeah.
Go there?
Any state any state property that's not restricted, yeah, I can go there.
She's saying it's against their policy for anybody to be.
So ma'am, let me get this straight. This doesn't make any sense because Officer Gonzalez, you call him because I'm in supposed... Okay, the supervisor called him because I'm in supposed violation of a policy. You're not policy enforcement, sir, right? You don't enforce policies. You're a law enforcement.
Yes.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Well, this is private property. That's why.
This is not private property. It's scary that you would think that this is private property, sir. Really. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Yes, right here with us. Yep.
Withers?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, I'm Officer Maloney. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for my safety?
Oh, my hand in my pocket's not for your safety.
Yes, it is. It's for my safety, sir.
It's a little chilly out here. I don't have any weapons on me.
Sir, can you check them? Because I don't know what...
You cannot just check me. You can't do that. You can't go in my pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Hey.
Sir, take your hands out of your pockets.
You can't tell me to take my hands out of my pocket. What? It's not against the law to keep my hand in my pocket. It's cold out here. It's a little windy out
I don't know if
here.
you have a weapon.
I don't.
Show me
I'm
your
telling you I
hands.
don't. I'm not going to show you my hands, man, because it doesn't... That's not against the law.
I'll talk to you over here.
You can't just search people. What's wrong with you?
I don't feel safe.
Officer Maloney, just trying to go in my pockets. That's an illegal search. Rahway Police. Insane. Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
Yes, we're gonna call one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You gotta get out, sir? If you don't mind, just back up, let him get out. Thank you.
So that's how the Rahway Police Department trains their officers, to just go up to people.
Right, can I have a supervisor?
Just go up to people, law-abiding citizens, and say, take your hands out of your pocket. And when I refuse to take my hands out of my pocket,
So
they automatically...
Put it on YouTube, I guess?
It can go wherever.
Yeah, no. That's what I figure you do.
It goes
You're
wherever.
one of those guys that try to record cops or whatever, put it on YouTube, Instagram, and everything.
I didn't
Nice.
call you here.
Nice.
I didn't call you here.
Nice. That's what you do to for
And
money,
you shouldn't.
right?
And you
Yep,
shouldn't.
nice.
And you shouldn't have any problem with a man exercising his
no
right.
problem with it. It's the me and a motor vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, the motor vehicle. But sir, your
So what we gotta
logic.
put on YouTube?
That's I don't know. But all I know is that is a problem. That officer's actions is a problem. You can't just go up into somebody's pockets. You can't do that. She tried to. You tried to. If I didn't, I backed away. It doesn't matter. You have a weapon. So you have a weapon. You have a taser and a gun.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You all have weapons. You all have weapons here.
Okay.
You all have weapons here. Except me. I'm the only one without a weapon. I'm the one with the camera, and you guys are terrified.
I have a camera too, also. So.
Yeah. Should I be terrified of you because you're recording? Ridiculous.
Am I supposed to be terrified of you?
Yeah, you are terrified of me because you tried to go in my pockets. I didn't try and go in your pockets. You tried to go in my pockets.
Well, I don't know what you have in your pocket.
Hey, Sergeant. How are you, Sarge? Hey, Sarge. If I can speak to you for a minute. Thank you.
His hands out of his pocket. I don't know
Well,
what
that
he
you
has.
got to do for my safety. And if
Sir.
you want to speak to me, take your hand out of your pocket so I know I'm safe and you're safe.
But, sir, you have 5
I
officers
don't
here.
care. That doesn't matter. I've done this for a long time. They're asking you to take.
But you
your
can
hand-
see that I don't have
can't
any
see.
weapons.
I can't.
Yes,
see.
you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
Does
I
that look
can't.
like? Does that
So
look?
just show me your hand then.
But no, but it's a power
I'm not
thing.
going to entertain that.
It's a
part of it.
power thing. It's a
Not
power
thing.
thing.
I'm asking to see your hands the way you can
And
see
you
mine.
can see what's in my
No, I
pocket.
can't.
You can
I'm not
out.
asking to see what's in your pocket. I'm asking to see your hand.
So if I took my hand out of my
There you go.
pocket and
So
then
now-
I put
there
my
you
hand
go.
back in my
Well,
pocket,
If you want to put it back in your pocket,
That
I'm gonna
makes no
pat the
sense.
outside of your pocket to make sure there's nothing in there. So do you want to take your hand out of your pocket, or would you like me to pat?
I
your
would like.
pocket
I don't.
so
I
we
don't.
can
I don't
talk?
consent to any searches and seizures. I would
I'm
just like
not
to speak to
searching
you.
or seizure. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm going to make sure I'm safe. They're safe. we're all
Everybody's safe. What is wrong with you?
There
Everybody is
isn't anything
safe.
wrong with me. You asked to talk to me.
Yeah, and
so
I'm
now I'm here to
and
talk
I'm here
to
to
you.
complain. Excuse me, let me speak,
Complain.
please.
I'm not
here.
gonna,
I'm here
I'm
to
not
issue
gonna
a complaint.
Until I see your hand out of your pocket.
I'm here to issue a
I'm not
complaint
listening
for the
that
same
until
exact
you take your
thing.
hand out of your pocket.
Let me speak to your
No,
supervisor.
I am my supervisor.
No, you're
I'm
not.
the road supervisor.
No, you're not. There's
Yes, you
there's a
are.
lieutenant above you.
No, he's on the desk. He's not on the road. So if you want to go inside, we can go speak to him.
You are giving off a horrible example for your police
I'm
department.
not giving a horror
because my hand is in my
Hand out
pocket.
there so I know everybody's safe. I don't know
Everyone
you,
is
you don't know
safe.
me.
I don't know you, but yeah, you have a gun. He has a gun. He has a
Nothing to do
weapon.
with it.
Okay.
My hand's not near my gun. So all I'm asking
It doesn't
you to
matter.
take so I can
I don't
talk
have
to
a
you.
weapon. It doesn't matter.
Well,
so
you
you
can
should be
say
able to
that.
call people. You should be able to talk to people
I'm trying
that
to
have
talk
their
to you.
hand in their
Well,
pocket.
no, that's not. And once, if you want me to pat it, and then I can be sure there's
No,
nothing in
I
your
don't
pocket.
consent.
Okay. Well, but then I'm not going to speak to you till I know what's going on. So what's the deal with? Is he here for any testing?
We don't know.
Okay.
He's just walking around recording. I've been asking that he release some.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure. It's Sergeant Dayon.
My name is
DAYON 1138.
Sergeant Dayon. My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story here at the Motor Vehicle Commission.
For what? Do you have their you have their permission to be here? Did you
I don't
talk to
need
their
their
supervisor?
I don't need their permission to be here. This is
Well,
public property.
It's not public property in that sense.
It is
No,
public
it's not.
property.
It's public property if you're here to conduct business.
No, it's
if
public.
If not, they can tell people they don't want to service them or they can't be on
No,
the
they
property.
can't do that.
Yes, they can.
They can't do that.
Yes,
You're
they
wrong.
can.
I've spoken to the
Okay.
Motor Vehicle
well,
Commission.
we're going to go speak to their supervisor since
They're right over
they're on their way. We'll find out. If they don't want you on the property, you can go film from off their property.
This is public property,
It's not
sir.
public property.
It is
in
public
that
property.
Sense. It's public so everybody can come
This
here
is
and go
owned-
to DMV.
Government property
yeah.
is public
Not in
property.
that manner, the way you're
Yes, it
using
is.
They don't want you.
Government
They're
property
if
is
they're-
public
if you're
property.
Making them uncomfortable and they don't want you here.
So you can kick me out of your police station?
Can I?
Yeah, can
if
you?
I have to, or if there's a problem?
If I'm recording.
Recording what?
If
You
I'm
can sit
recording
there and
inside,
record.
okay then, so I can sit
But
here
I'm
and
not.
record.
This is that, but that's my department.
It's
That's
not your
my
department,
home
it's the
base.
people's department.
If they're saying they don't want you on the property,
It's
that's
the-
going to be their decision to sign
That
complaints
would
against
be-
you and do that.
yeah.
That's fine. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where we'll take it since you don't want to.
And you'll be violating my rights, and then I'm going to hold you accountable.
That's
I promise you that.
okay, well,
I will hold the Motor Vehicle Commission accountable.
Absolutely. Hold whoever you want. But
Why
if
are your
they're
officers
saying-
so scared? Why do
I'm
they?
not scared of
No, but
anything.
why does your officers come up to me and say, "Get your hand out of your pocket, get
Because
your hand,"
they don't
and
know
then
who
try
you
and go
are,
into my pocket?
because
She
they
attempted to go inside of my pocket.
She
I had to
used-
back away from her.
But nobody went in your
I can't
pocket.
back away from you, sir, because that was I didn't know what
We
you
got-
had in your
sir,
pocket.
sir.
You should
I
listen.
saw
You should really get another job if you're going to be so scared.
Like, we're not gonna.
If you're going to be so scared, you should get. If you're going to be so scared, you should get another job, man. Maybe work at a bank or something.
Where's you guys? Where's the supervisor that runs this so we can decide whether they want him here or not?
Yeah, whether you're gonna get a lawsuit or not.
That's
Because you don't care, because you're not gonna pay it.
It's not about that. If they're telling you,
How
they
long
don't
have you been?
want
How
on
long
your
have you been a law
property,
enforcement officer that
plenty.
you're scared?
I'm not scared of anything.
You're
with you.
scared of me, my
I'm
hands in my
letting you know.
pocket.
I am scared because
Why?
people have things in their pockets
Oh
sometimes
my
that are
God,
dangerous.
ridiculous.
And then the most people that don't, they
You-
say, "Sure, check my
You ever-
pocket," and we move on.
In all the years you've ever been a law enforcement
did I
officer,
tell
have you
you-
ever seen someone commit a crime and while they're filming?
Yes.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God, ridiculous! You're lying.
People have phones; they film everything. You're asking me a question,
But you're lying.
I have
You've
seen
never
people
seen people-
film things, and what they're doing is a crime, and they get charged later or charged during it, and sometimes it's used for evidence. I don't know what to tell.
Oh, yes, I've seen those too. They're
Okay,
called
you're-
law enforcement
you're
officers body
asking me
cameras.
a
That's what they're called.
question. You're asking me.
You're
a
right.
question.
Law enforcement officers body cameras is the one that films.
Are they going to
Well,
get-
she went to go get him. Sir, you have your ID on you?
I didn't commit a crime, so I won't be handing that over today.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
I told the sergeant my first name's Sean.
Well, can you tell me your last name? Because I gave you my last name for my behalf.
Oh no! I just don't give out any private information unless I've been suspected of committing a crime.
Nobody said you committed a crime.
I know
What
that.
they said you is if they
I know
deem
that.
they don't want you on the property any longer, or you're causing a disturbance to the business and what they're doing, you're going to have to go. That's what we said. We never said you were committing a crime. Is this your car, hon? All right, we'll move so you can get your car.
Well, you asked for ID, so I just wanted to make sure if I was committing a crime, because I don't hand over ID unless I'm committing a
Excuse me,
crime.
sir, you're gonna get run over by a car.
I'm not scared like you, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right.
When are we going to be on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. You got to edit it first, right?
Not
edit
this
your
part.
video?
Not this part.
No, you don't? You don't have to edit it?
Only the parts of me walking around, not doing anything. But the
Okay.
parts of you guys acting this way, that's going to
Acting
be
what way?
scared
asking
of,
what's going
scared
on?
of,
Okay. Yeah, let me go talk.
yeah, make sure you speak to the boss of the entire motor vehicle commission. So that way they don't make any errors.
What's the name of your group?
You'll
Cop
figure all
haters?
that out. Cop haters, no.
That's what it's called?
I train police departments.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where at?
Police departments come on to my
Where you
channel.
training
At their police department.
Yeah?
I'll send you the video.
Yeah.
You got an email? I'll send you the video.
Name someone?
Oh yeah, sure, I can. But I can send you the video of me
you
training
wanna tell me?
police.
You just-
I can send you the video of me of working.
No, was
I
just
work
asking
with the
what-
police.
What department?
I just don't work with tyrants and people who are scared.
Tyrants?
Yeah, and people who are scared and try and bully
I think you
people.
like to bully people.
No.
No,
Ma'am, you came up to me and told me to take my hand out of my pocket. That's you bullying
I
me.
think you're bullying all of us.
No. You
Yeah,
came up
yes,
to
sir.
me and told me to take my hand out of my
Don't worry,
pocket.
that part will be
It takes
edited
a
out.
certain
No,
person to
this
just come
whole
here and
interaction
bully
between
us.
you guys, ma'am, you got out of your car and tried to act super aggressive. I don't know if you're overcompensating
People
because
called
you're,
me because
I don't know
they're
what you're
scared of your
doing.
actions.
No, they're not.
That's
No
why
one's
I'm
scared.
here. I didn't come here
No
to
one's scared of my
harass you. You
actions.
came here to harass
No
all
one
of
is,
us,
no
sir.
one's scared of my actions. You're here to protect and serve the public, correct?
Yeah, I'm serving and protecting them from you.
From me, from a
Because they
camera.
were afraid of you.
Ma'am, you're afraid of me? Are you afraid of
The
me,
public
ma'am?
was afraid of you.
You're afraid of me?
That's what
Oh,
we do,
wow.
sir. I didn't come here
Yeah.
on my own merit.
Yeah.
I came here because we were called here.
You
because the
came here-
public is scared
Okay, that's
of-
fair enough.
Of you.
No one's scared of me.
Oh,
Ma'am,
okay.
you came here for a call, right? I'm here exercising a constitutionally protected
Okay,
activity.
That's fine.
That's your
But-
job to
but it's
uphold
not-
that.
But it's not
That's your job to uphold that.
harass
I'm not
us and
harassing
argue
you.
with me.
I
I
think your logic is flawed. You came up to me and said, "Get your hand out of your pocket." The video will speak for itself.
Okay.
The video will speak
Okay.
for itself. You came up to
Okay.
me and said, "Get your hand out of your pocket." I didn't
Okay,
say,
sir.
"Ma'am, take that gun off your holster," did I?
Okay, sir.
For my safety, take that gun off your holster immediately, right? I didn't say
Okay,
that.
sir.
Because that would be what? Escalating.
Okay, sir.
And we need to de-escalate the
Okay,
situation, not escalate it.
Gotcha.
Man with his hand in his pockets. I'm scared.
Yes.
Ma'am, take your hand out your pockets, please. Take your hands out your pockets. It's a safety concern for me. See how ridiculous it sounds?
Okay, sir.
Gotcha. The sergeant is speaking with a supervisor of the Motor Vehicle Commission. Officer, what's so wrong with someone taking pictures and video in public? What's wrong about that? What's scary about it?
Well, apparently, I guess you went inside the building and you recorded people?
Oh yeah, I've done it before. I've done it before in New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission.
Okay.
And law enforcement came out and they got educated, and everybody, we learned that this is a constitutionally protected activity, and we went about our day. And it wasn't a big deal. There's nothing wrong with taking pictures in public. It's called holding government accountable, exercising a First Amendment right.
That's the name of your group?
No,
What's the name of your
no.
group?
I don't have a group. I'm by myself. I'm not part of a group.
No, but you say you're a journalist. So
Yeah, I'm independent.
You're going to publish this under what?
Independent.
It's
I
independent?
mean, I work for myself. Correct, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
There's various sources where I publish.
Okay.
Various sources. I don't think it's a big deal to, you know, you should respect my rights, right? You guys took oaths, right? when you finished your academy, you put your hand like this, or you put it on the Bible, right? And you took an oath to uphold the United States Constitution from both enemies, foreign and domestic, right? You took an oath. I take that seriously. I didn't take one, but I take it very seriously. We the people deserve to exercise our rights peacefully. I wasn't being disrespectful to anyone here until someone came up to me and started, you know, screaming for me to take my hand out of my pocket in an attempt to go in my pocket. But other than that,
I didn't.
you did. It's on camera. It's fine. That's why cameras are amazing. I'm not. You're a tyrant. You're not a bully. You're a tyrant, officer. You're a tyrant. I came here to expose you. You've been exposed, Officer Maloney.
Okay.
And my job is complete now. You've been exposed
Got it.
as a tyrant. I should pull all your body camera footages and post them all over and see what we can find.
You go ahead, sir.
Because I have a real bad feeling that you're a tyrant. You've done this before.
Okay, sir.
You've violated people's rights before. I guarantee you. Okay. I'll go to your department right after this and record and request all your body camera footage.
You got it, sir.
I'll review it for we the people.
Okay, sir.
You're supposed to treat the public with respect, courtesy, respect. You're not supposed to treat the public the way you are. Sorry guys, so the supervisor has come back.
So I went in, I told you can you do me a favor? I'm over here talking to my partner.
I understand.
You can't interrupt my conversation.
I don't want to interrupt your conversation.
Step away from me. You want to film over there, film me. But don't get any closer to me. I'm speaking to my partner. It has nothing to do with you right now.
Everything that you're talking about, everything that you're talking about in public is my business.
Get closer to me. Thank you.
Everything that you're talking about is my business, sir.
Don't get closer to me.
So this is public property, like I told you before. If you want to have a private conversation, I suggest you go. I suggest you go in private and have that conversation, sir.
Sean, I don't know about your 10 followers or whatever you have on your line, but you don't have any business in my conversation.
You're a tyrant, sir. And like I said, if you have a conversation you would like to have,
your tens and tens of followers.
my tens and tens of followers.
Go in, get her information. I spoke to her. She doesn't have a separate complaint. Okay. So they're gonna. The supervisor said if he wants to roam around and do his thing, he can do his thing. Okay. That he hasn't done anything beyond what their spectrum is. So we're done. So get her information. All right, we're done.
Well, they do have a sign that says you can't record, but it's an unconstitutional sign. Very unprofessional, Sergeant. I'll be issuing a formal complaint against you and your officer, and Officer Maloney. I will be. And the people will hold you accountable. I promise you that. The tens and tens of followers and subscribers.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to serve. Pleasure. I love you.
You just got to be less scared. Not everybody wants to hurt you, officer.
My apologies. Are you available?
Way to represent Rahway Police Department. Way to represent. The people will see it, and they're gonna hold you accountable. Yeah. My tens. You're not gonna be that famous. I only have tens of followers. According to the sergeant. Take care, Sergeant. You'll be hearing from me soon. We're definitely filing a formal complaint against this sergeant and this officer here.
Alright, fellow patriots, as promised, let's read the internal affairs findings together. Now remember, this quote-unquote investigation took nearly a year and a half to complete. As you can see, this letter is dated September 9th, 2024. The letter is titled Conclusion of Internal Affairs Investigation. Dear Mr. Reyes, the Internal Affairs Unit of the Rahway Police Department has completed its investigation into your complaint filed on May 3rd, 2023. The letter is titled Conclusion of Internal Affairs Investigation. Dear Mr. Reyes, the Internal Affairs Unit of the Rahway Police Department has completed its investigation into your complaint filed on May 3rd, 2023, concerning the conduct of Sergeant Donald Dayan. The investigation determined that the officer violated departmental rules and regulations. Appropriate disciplinary action will be taken in accordance with the department's procedures. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the Internal Affairs Unit. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. Sincerely, Sergeant Daniel D. Albero. In addition to this internal affairs letter, I received 2 more just like it. The only difference is that they changed the officers' names. I have never in my 3.5 years of auditing the police and filing formal complaints have seen anything like this. The Internal Affairs Division admits that the officers and even the sergeant violated departmental rules and regulations, yet they fail to specify which departmental rules and regulations they violated. Not only that, they say that disciplinary action will be taken, but again, do not go into any specifics on what disciplinary action will be taken. Will they be fired, suspended, or receive a good talking to? We don't know. Honestly, this does not shock me coming from an agency that hates transparency. As you can see, they provided the email addresses and phone numbers for the Chief Law Enforcement Officer Sean Gainley, as well as Sergeant Daniel D. Albero. I personally won't be sending any emails or making any phone calls. I plan on making a trip to Rahway to follow up on this in person. A year and a half and this is all the information we get? Ridiculous. Where is the accountability?
One of many things Long Island Audit does well as an auditor is educate our public officials on the actual laws versus policies. It is insane and an embarrassment for the officers, whether they realize it or not, that when they laugh at the auditor for correcting them and challenging their unlawful demands, they look like tyrannical fools. The fact is, and unfortunately due to the lack of accountability for government officials in turn, they don't hold themselves to any honorable standards, so much so that they even attempt to enforce unlawful commands just to coddle their egos. This is one of Long Island Audit's throwbacks from April 30th, 2023. Obviously, I watch lots of audit videos. It's definitely a part of my life, and I love to help expose tyranny and highlight these great auditors out there holding our government accountable and spreading education on our rights. I think we're definitely beginning to see some good police officers and actually notice them since they're so drowned out by the tyrants. On the other hand, I've noticed, and let me know if you have as well, that a lot of tyrannical government officials are doubling down on their disdain for auditors and transparency altogether. They hate being held accountable and exposed and are fighting against it. Please subscribe, like, and share my videos so I can continue to spread the message. If the government won't hold themselves accountable, we the people will. We the people will always win. Long live the Constitution.
Here we are. No, here. No, here. No, here. Earth. Destination set. A far distance away. As you can see, we watch human beings on Earth like humans watch a TV screen. Or nowadays, a small handheld cellular device screen. It's their great addiction. As an asteroid hurtles towards Earth to their doom. We will tune in whenever we're bored. It's sort of a hobby for us. First Amendment audits are particularly entertaining to observe. We get to examine many human emotions and behavior all wrapped in one video. We'll watch and wait for your demise, but we might snub a few Karens before your scheduled appointment with doom. Nick Sar, out!
First Amendment guarantees the right to the freedoms of speech, press, and religion. Protects the right to petition the government. Second Amendment guarantees the people's right to own and bear arms for their defense. Third Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to quarter soldiers during times of peace. Fourth Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to subject themselves to seizure and search without a search warrant and probable cause. Fifth Amendment. Prohibits abuse of governmental authority in legal procedures. Establishes rules for indictment by eminent domain and grand jury. Guarantees the due process rights. Protects citizens from self-incrimination and double jeopardy. Sixth Amendment. Guarantees fair and speedy jury trial and the rights to know the accusation, the accuser, and to find counsel and witnesses. Seventh Amendment. Reserves individuals' rights to jury trial depending on the civil case, and cases already examined by not be reopened by another court. Eighth Amendment. Forbids exorbitant bails and fines and punishment that is unusual or cruel. Ninth Amendment. Reserves the rights of citizens which are not specifically mentioned by the U.S. Constitution. 10th Amendment. Reserves powers that are not given to the U.S. government under the Constitution, nor prohibited to a state of the U.S., to the people and the states. 11th Amendment. State sovereign immunity. States are protected from suits by citizens living in another state or foreigners that do not reside within the state borders. Ratified, Feb. 7, 1795. 12th Amendment. Modifies and clarifies the procedure for electing vice presidents and presidents. 13th Amendment. Except as punishment for criminal offense. Forbids forced slavery and involuntary servitude. 14th Amendment. Details Equal Protection Clause, Due Process Clause, Citizenship Clause, and clauses dealing with the Confederacy and its officials. 15th Amendment. Reserves citizens the suffrage rights regardless of their race, color, or previous slave status. 16th Amendment. Reserves the U.S. government the right to tax income. 17th Amendment establishes popular voting as the process under which senators are elected. 18th Amendment denies the sale and consumption of alcohol. 19th Amendment reserves women's suffrage rights. 20th Amendment, also known as the Lame Duck Amendment, establishes date of term starts for Congress, January 3rd, and the President, January 20th. 21st Amendment details the repeal of the 18th Amendment. State laws over alcohol are to remain. 22nd Amendment. Limit the terms that an individual can be elected as president, at most 2 terms. Individuals who have served over 2 years of someone else's term may not be elected more than once. 23rd Amendment. Reserves the right of citizens residing in the District of Columbia to vote for their own electors for presidential elections. 24th Amendment. Citizens cannot be denied the suffrage rights for not paying a poll tax or any other taxes. 25th Amendment establishes the procedures for a successor of a president. 26th Amendment reserves the right for citizens 18 and older to vote. 27th Amendment denies any laws that vary the salaries of Congress members until the beginning of the next terms of the office for representatives.